Hey, hey, hey. All right. Um, first off, love your logo. Love that it matches the sky here, and this photo is lovely. I love her little face. And I love this photographs you can feel. That is a beautiful sentiment. I really, really love it. However, the first thing you dive into here is just links to your portfolio. Um, hmm, I love this quote. That's beautiful. Way better than the quotes I normally see. And then follow me on Instagram. Okay, so the first thing that you're asking people to do, and I literally mean asking, because just saying portfolio and putting links here isn't asking anything. The first thing you're asking them to do is follow me on Instagram. So they get on your website, and the first thing that you tell them to do is here, go somewhere else. You don't need to be on my website. Sometimes I really think I need like a video of myself down in the corner giving these reactions, because sometimes I think you guys would really laugh at my faces. Maybe I should do that one day. Maybe I should just record myself while I'm going through someone's website. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But I make funny faces apparently. Okay, so first thing you're asking them to do is follow you on Instagram, which is not good. You don't want them to just go to your Insta and leave your website, right? Like, what's the point of a website if you're just going to send them over to Instagram? That's what we're going to fix. So you have to ask them to do something, okay? That's like the biggest thing, is ask them to do something. Hold on, sorry. Okay. Asking them to do something. So you say photographs you can feel. Okay, first off, I don't even know where you're located. Like I have no idea what area you serve. It doesn't say it on here at all. It doesn't tell me what kind. I mean, it does say you do families, newborns, and headshots. Okay, cool. But I don't know where you live, where you work, anything. And you've told me photographs you can feel, but like, what does that mean? You have the start of something really wonderful here, but you're not getting there. So, your first bit of homework is you need to expand on photographs you can feel. All right? I want to know all about that. What do you mean? What does that mean? Like, as a photographer, I get it. Like, you can feel the emotion and you can feel the energy and you can feel like what the day was, and it brings back all of those memories. That's what you need to talk about. And you need to talk about it in a way like I'm talking to you right now. I'm saying you. You need to talk about it. You need to do this for your clients. You feel a certain way. That's how you need to talk to them. Don't say, I will make photos that make you feel. Don't, like, remove the word I from your vocabulary, okay? You need to speak directly to your clients. You want those moments. You want to feel this way. You will relive these moments forever through your photos, right? Like you. But this needs to be a paragraph right here. Like 3 to 5 sentences as an intro of what you do for your clients, okay? Talking about photographs you can feel. You also need a little note in here about where you're located, like family, newborn, and portrait photographer serving XYZ county or XYZ city, however you want to word it. You have to have that somewhere right up here, okay? You have to, because I don't know where you are right now. You could be anywhere. You could live near me. You could live out in California. I have no idea, nor will people who come on your website. And Google won't find you either. So you gotta tell Google where you're at as well and what you do. So that is your first bit of homework. From there, we might be able to work with the setup you have now. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm assuming that these pages are the same as these. Wow, okay, so you do need to change the I can't remember what these called, but the page tags here. I know this is lifestyle family, but it's wedding, engagement, and fashion. So you do need to make sure you change these endpoints, okay? Because it's not wedding. And Google's still reading it as wedding. And this is lifestyle newborns. You need to change it from engagement. That's really confusing. And this is fashion, and it's not. It's branding. So you need to change these right here, okay? Okay, so I like God, your work is beautiful. Sadly, having just pretty photos is not enough anymore. All right, so what you need to do on each one of these pages is tell me about what I'm looking at. Okay, tell me about family photography. Why do I want family photography? Like, emotionally connect. The same way you're going to talk on your homepage about photographs you can feel, I need you to tell me about that in regard to family photography. Right? What makes you different? Why do I want to work with you specifically for family photos? Why do I want lifestyle newborn photos? Why do I want this? You got to tell me. You've got to use each one of these pages and give me information, okay? We need information. I don't know what that little tilde thing is that's happening right here. I thought it was something on my screen and I just tried to wipe it away and it wouldn't go away. Also, your headers here, whatever's going on, look, they're different fonts and they're different spacing. And this, you have this great like brickwork thing happening where they like you can see the whole photo, but on these they're all square. So you need to figure out what kind of gallery you want to use, and these all need to look the same. Okay, you have to have the same sort of vibe on all of your info pages. So make sure your galleries align the same, make sure your headings align the same. All of it needs to align. Oh, so then you have images you can feel over here. I don't think that's necessary, but you do need to talk about, you do need to talk about that here in regard to lifestyle, in regard to newborns, and in regard to corporate. You still work in that whole vibe with the way you talk about corporate branding. Like, yeah, corporate branding, it sounds like corporate, but there's some photographers that do some really cool stuff with their branding, and it's really unique and fun, and it doesn't have to be like super corporate. It can still have a personality, and that needs to come through in all of these pages. Like, your personality has to come through. You have to come through, and you have to talk to your clients, because without information, no one is booking. Okay, no one's going to reach out if it's just pretty photos. You have to give them a reason to reach out, and you have to tell them what you want them to do. So your website actually is already set up for this very easily. So once you have that beautiful paragraph here, instead of saying portfolio, say choose your experience. Just switch it. Tell them to do something. Choose your experience. And then they're going to choose families, newborns, or headshots. Okay, so choose your experience. It's going to take them to one of these pages, which is obviously, one of these pages, where you're going to talk more about family photography and then ask them to contact you and then have all your photos. So this paragraph needs to be more about family photography. Contact me, and it's going to link over to your contact page. Same thing here. Talk about lifestyle newborns. Contact me, then all the photos. Same with headshots. Talk about it, contact me, then your photos. So definitely keep a formulaic thing happening on all of these pages. And your goal is going to be home, info, contact. Home, info, contact. Okay? Home, choose your experience, contact. All right? So then this is your about page. You have FAQs. I am going to check on your contact, and I want to see what this page is. Okay, so we can get rid of these. We've gone through that. Okay, so about, look how freaking cute you are. Lana, Ivanka. You're an extrovert. Love it. So cute. And you have this, oh God, you're adorable. And then you have your test, oh, coming soon. Okay, if you don't currently have testimonials, just get rid of this. Don't say coming soon, okay? Do you really not have any? I thought you had some you have some on Google though, don't you? I thought you did. You were saying you had some on Google, right? Hold on, I'm on my other screen right now. I'm looking at my Google stuff. You do. So just swipe some of those off. I think we talked about this in messages. Yeah. I would just swipe your favorite ones and copy and paste them onto here. And instead of putting like their full name, like this first review that's popping up says Amber Shores, just put Amber S. Like that's literally, I can actually show you right on my website how I have mine. I think they're on my homepage. Yeah. So like see Christina F, April M, Megan O, and these are like just little blips of reviews that I just sort of took and put in there. So you can do that. That's totally fine for you to just take those little blips from your Google reviews and put them in here, okay? But you need to do that because this just looks like I'm not a real photographer happening, and you are a real photographer. Your work is freaking gorgeous. So get this done. But I love what's happening here. But you do need a button out to something. And I don't know if you want to push out straight to your contact or if you want to do a choose your experience. I would probably go straight out to contact from here because you are adorable and you have definitely a connection. Honestly, you could just say, contact me to learn more, or let's chat, and just link it over to your contact page. But you still need a call to action. Every single page needs a call to action, okay? Which is every single page needs you telling the client to do something. Because right now, the only thing you're asking them to do on this page, it is contact me, but it's all the way down at the bottom. So they might not scroll all the way down here. So this button needs to be right up in here, okay? I love that you have it, you're there, but the button needs to be up here at the beginning, okay? Same thing for all of those portfolio pages. You need that contact button right up at the top under your paragraph above the photos, okay? Because not everybody scrolls down. They might get to these photos and go, okay, that's the end of the page. They might not keep going. So you want to make sure that contact button, that call to action is right there where people can see it, okay? Okay, so I like that. Your investment page, scroll down for FAQs. What is a client closet? Will you offer mini sessions? What locations are used? Should I order prints to you? Do you wrap and post? Okay. I love your FAQ. Beautiful. This is totally unnecessary, but okay, don't call it an investment page. Switch this to FAQ. Switch this to FAQ, okay? Get rid of this. You don't need to scroll down. You're calling it your FAQ page. Don't tell me that it's not, okay? Like, does that make sense? I don't mind this as like a starting point. I don't mind it at all, but I think this whole section needs to come down below. You need to flip-flop these two things, okay? If it's your FAQ page, have it be your FAQ page. Don't tell me I have to scroll down for the FAQs when that's what I clicked on, okay? Makes sense? So rename it. You've got to rename a few of these, your URLs here. Rename it FAQs. Rename it FAQs. Flip-flop these two things because I do think these are totally fine as part of an FAQ page, and ready to inquire, book a session. Just switch it up to contact me. Just keep it all standard. Let's chat, reach out, contact me. And I'll tell you why. There's a big difference between book a session and contact me. Okay? Big difference. And I'm gonna go into it right now. Book a session is like really presumptive. It's like, you're ready, let's book it. But they might not be, right? But if you say contact me, it's still telling them to do something, but it's not committal on their part. Like, they don't have to commit to booking a session. They're just reaching out. Let's chat. Let's talk more. Let's talk about your session. Like, that's contact me. Book a session is like, if I reach out, you're going to send me the pricing and book me, and that's that. So they both mean contact me, but one is a commitment and one is not. So definitely consider that when you are asking people to reach out to you. Okay, so I would move this little bit up into here. And actually, you know how we're doing on these portfolio pages, we're going to be doing some information up here. I think you need that on the top of your FAQ page as well. And actually, I'll show you on my website again, just sort of how I have mine set up. So I have this little thing, like, I really want you to be comfortable working with me, with a little photo and my contact button. And then they scroll down and it's my FAQs. So you could do something similar on yours, because you definitely want a photo at the top. And I feel like that's where this is beneficial. But at the same time, you're calling it your FAQ page, so that really the FAQs need to be at the top. You have that weird tilde thing happening again. So have a photo with a little introduction, like, to being comfortable and working with you, right? And then have your FAQs, and then you can have this starting price thing down here. But right up under that top point before you even get to the FAQs, you definitely need to have that little contact me button again, okay? You're creating a path. Home, info, contact. Home, info, contact. And everything that is off of that path, your about page, your FAQ page, those all need to loop back into the path, okay? They're like little side cuts, but you have to loop them back. You have to give them a call to action. You have to tell them where they're going and what they should be doing, and eventually to get them to your contact page. Okay. Let's see. Let's work together. I love that. Your name, email, what you're looking for. How'd you hear about me? Message. Perfect. This is perfect. It's beautiful. I know it's a photo of you, and I don't normally like photos of people on the contact page, but I actually don't mind it here. Because it is a really nice photo of you, and you do branding. So I'm actually okay with it being a photo of you. Alternatively, I will say what I say to everybody else, that this is your last potential touch point to people. Okay? This is the last time you have a chance to show off your very best work. So you might want to consider putting one of your photos here, not a photo of you. But that is totally up to you. Because you do branding, I really don't mind this. But if you don't want to do mostly branding, you might want to swap this out for a newborn or a family photo, or like even a family outside with a newborn, right? So kind of wrap it all up in its own nice little package there. But like I said, I really don't mind this photo. You're adorable. That's a great photo. It's very clean. And it's very much like, let's work together. So it's you. So I do like the contact page. It's very simple, very straightforward. Honestly, I like your whole website. It's very clean, very simple. And that's good. That's what you want. And okay, so fall 2022, click below for availability. Okay, this is where I'm going to get mad at you. Why? Why is this necessary? Are these mini sessions? We're just going to a link. So out to use session. All right, so you're making me click a lot. This is a lot of clicks. Don't do this. Get rid of this. You don't need it. There's no reason to send someone your use session until they contact you. Like, it's not even a mini session booking. It's just your normal sessions. Get rid of this altogether. You don't need it. Drop this entire page. And then I'm actually going to have you rearrange a little bit here. I'm going to have you do home, portfolio, about, FAQs, and contact. Because your portfolio and your info is more important than you. Okay? It sounds really mean, but I'm not being mean. It's more important. What you do for your clients is more important than you. Okay? So, and when about is the second link, it makes me think that it's going to be about the photography, not about you. And I know, because I'm a photographer and I've looked at like well over 100 websites at this point for people. The about is, it's always about the photographer. And that's fine, but it needs to be more towards the end so that, and I know that's weird, but subtly it makes it more obvious. So, okay, so you do have some homework here. The main thing being adding information to these pages, adding words. That's really going to be your biggest thing, is you need words on your website. I need to know where you're located. And then in your footer down here, this should mimic the top, okay? They should be the same. And then down here, you can totally put the where you're located and what you do. Like family, newborn, and headshot photographer located in, where you're located in San Antonio, Texas, according to Google. That's great. Love it. But your website needs to say that too. Okay? And you can list out like all the cities that you serve. Like if it's not just San Antonio, put in local, like big local areas that you might service. Right? Like, I don't really know what is around San Antonio. I'm looking at the map right now over on Google, but like, you know, you can say Timberwood Park and Live Oak and McQueenie, you know, whatever those like major cities are in your area. Like, so like I live in Lee County, where I live in Florida, and we generally just call our area Southwest Florida. But there are lots of little cities and like sub-cities. So I list all of those out. There's like 6 like major sub-cities. We have little neighborhoods, but I list all of those out in my footer. Okay? I do. I list them all out. If you go back to my website, you can see how I list it all out right in my footer. Like there's so much information in my footer. It's basically like a snapshot of my whole website. And that's really what it's meant for. Most corporate websites, most big websites you go to, the footer is packed full of information about the website and about whatever you're on. They often have their mission statement, what they do, where they're located, because that Google looks at that. Google looks at your footer. You need that information all up in there, okay? So you have homework, but your goal really needs to be getting them from your home page to their experience to contact, okay? Home, experience, contact. Get words on your page, get words on your pages, and then get them over to that contact form. Get rid of this booking fall thing. Don't send them to use session until they've already reached out and they're actually ready to book you. Okay? Like there's really no reason, unless that's working for you, don't do it. Because look, when I click it, it's how many clicks? 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's 4 clicks just to get to a calendar. That is not good. Don't do that. Okay? So when you could literally just send them this link right here once they're ready to book. Here you go. Here's my calendar and the pricing, and you can pick your date right from here. After they've reached out. Don't leave this up to them because they're not going to do it, especially with 4 clicks. It's not going to happen. It's too many. You don't even want that many clicks between your homepage and your contact page. And you're not. You're only going to be 2 clicks away from your contact page. See what I mean? So that's the goal, really, honestly, is like 2 to 3 clicks, 4 at most, including the send button on your form, okay? Like that really is the goal. But your biggest thing here is that you don't have words or calls to action. So words, lots of words, and creating a path through your website. That is your homework. And that is where I'm going to leave you. Your website is beautiful. I love your logo. Your photos are freaking gorgeous. Seriously. If I'm ever in San Antonio, like, I would totally look you up. That's how beautiful your work is. So don't doubt yourself. It's there. The work is there. The structure is there. You just need to add words and a path. Okay. And I know that sounds so simple, and I know you're going to super struggle with the words. So I'm going to leave you with one more thing, actually. When you're writing about things on your website, the hardest thing to do is sit in front of your keyboard and write, because your brain goes faster and your mouth goes faster than your hands do. So biggest piece of advice that I can give you right now is open up your portfolio. Okay. Open up one of your portfolios like this, like open up your families, look at it. Okay. Think about that. Photographs you can feel, images you can feel, right? Think about that in your head. Sit here. Turn on your phone, your video, your audio recorder, whatever, however you want to do it. Record yourself talking, right? And you can just start talking about the photos themselves. Be like, it's a really pretty day. She was wearing this gorgeous dress and she's got her beautiful baby in her arms, and that connection between mother and child is just, and just talk. And eventually you're going to find the words and the things that match what you want to say to your clients. I mean, seriously, just sit. You said did you say you're an extrovert, right? Like, just talk. Yeah. Seriously, just talk to yourself. Obviously, like me, I've gone for 30 minutes here. I can talk to myself all day. Just talk. Talk about your work. Talk about your work and like how you would describe it to someone who couldn't see it. Like, you meet someone at the grocery store, you don't have a business card, you don't have a cell phone. Let's pretend we don't have cell phones anymore. What would we do before cell phones? You'd literally have to describe what you do convincingly enough that they would want to call you, right? So talk about it. You can sit there on your phone for 30 minutes and just talk into it. But then I want you to go back and listen to it and pull out keywords, key phrases, things you want to expand on. And those can be the things that you put on your website. Okay? So you do have some homework, but honestly, it's the words, I think, that are going to be the challenge for you. Your calls to action are going to be simple because you can just add those buttons right now, and then you can slowly work on your words. And don't feel like it has to be perfect, okay? Because done is better than perfect. Imperfectly done is better than perfectly not done, okay? So get it done and worry about perfecting it later. All right. So good luck. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And your work is beautiful. So keep it up.